Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some more great news that was recently released for Tesla. And as we all know, that relates to Tesla stock as well. Those two go hand in hand for me. And so far, we're actually seeing some significant movements out of the portfolio today. And if we check out Tesla as well, the share price is actually up today in comparison to the past 2 days that we've had where it has been in the negative. So it's nice to see a little bit more growth out of Tesla stock today in comparison to what we've seen recently. And just addressing the stock price currently, we are at plus 0.43% for the share price today, and that is plus $6.31 to the share price. So it's actually really nice to see a green day for Tesla. It seems like the last few days, and especially over the last few weeks, we have just been pretty much stagnant with a plateau near this $1,400 to $1,500 price tag. So we're slowly seeing this incline back up to this $1,500 number. If we check out the past month, a ton of volatility, but not really a significant trend. It has really just been straight across with this line right here. If you look at just where it's going, we've had a few movements up and down, a huge significant move on July 13th. Then we had another big move on July 20th. Then we had another uphill incline on July 28th. But like I said, the general trend is just straight across at this point in time. So I would like to see us just slowly start rising again. I'd like to see the share price get up a little bit. But we've been in this $1,400 to $1,500 range for a while now. But at least with today, we have gains. Now, I can't promise that by the end of the day, it won't be a red day, but at least at this point in time, we've been in the green more than we've been in the green on recent days. So there is a likelihood of us ending the day in the green, but I wouldn't be surprised if we go in the red as well, just because of this consistent volatility that we've seen so much recently. But now that we've addressed the share price, as always, if you all do enjoy the Tesla news, please make sure to smash that like button. But the topic of this video is going to be about news regarding a business expansion to Tesla, and this includes more vertical integration. So if you don't know what vertical integration means, that just means that the company is adding more stages of production to their own manufacturing rather than having something being outsourced for another company to handle. So I'll give you an example of vertical integration with Tesla that we see right now. One of the biggest examples that Tesla is currently known for is the fact that they produce and manufacture their own batteries. They've also done their own research and development to improve those batteries, and they're operating on declining cost curves. So in comparison to some other companies that may have to outsource batteries, I know some companies right now in America are actually thinking about getting the CATL batteries, and so they have to buy those batteries at a much higher cost from another company compared to the cheaper efficiency of creating them yourself. Now, that's where Tesla has a huge advantage right now, whereas a lot of other companies have to outsource the batteries right now. So that's an advantage and a huge aspect of vertical integration that Tesla has right now, which is the fact that they have their own battery plant in Nevada. They create their own batteries. And yes, there is a lack of vertical integration in the Shanghai Gigafactory. I believe they get the CATL batteries as well there, but I believe they only do that just because it would be so expensive to ship batteries from America to China. It's easier to just get local sources in the Shanghai Gigafactory, but like I said, a huge aspect of vertical integration for Tesla right now is the battery. Another example would be the in-house built computer chip that they built from ground up. They hired a whole team for this, and that computer chip is used for the full self-driving technology. So that's another aspect of vertical integration that Tesla has. Another example would be the software. So you can probably see where I'm getting at right here. It's basically more manufacturing and product creation that can be done internally instead of having to pay extra for another company to do it for you. Now, it's sometimes a little bit more difficult for vertical integration, but it's much more rewarding in the long term. For some aspects of vertical integration in the Tesla company, they might not get the rewards of that vertical integration until, let's say, maybe 10 years on in the future, but that's what's important. They're thinking in the long term, whereas a lot of other companies are not doing so. And for example, we also had Trevor Milton from Nikola Motors talk about vertical integration, and his perspective was that creating their own batteries was like a waste of time because they wouldn't start seeing the cost rewards until like 10 years in the future. And if you compare that to Tesla, that just shows a really good comparison of who is thinking long term here, and that's what matters. So now that I've addressed that, let's go ahead and check out this article. As you can see, it's another article by Electric. I love this website, like I've said before, and of course, thank you to author Fred Lambert for the information. And the article states, Tesla launches its own car wrap service. Now, before we go on any further, this is something that I've seen actually pretty popular in the Tesla community, which is getting their vehicle wrapped. I know a lot of people like the matte finish, the matte black finish especially, and I've actually seen some really cool wraps before. Yes, this yellow one isn't my favorite, but still, this article is basically emphasizing more vertical integration for Tesla. So I'm assuming previously there were no wrap services internally from Tesla, and you had to get it done from a third party. So according to this title right here, Tesla is now launching its own wrap service, which is huge because this means it's another significant revenue source where Tesla can capitalize on more potential profits that would otherwise be going to a third party instead of them. And honestly, who knows their cars the most inside and out other than Tesla? So as long as the customer service and the quality on these wraps are up to par, then I think this is huge revenue potential. And I really do think that at least this component, this wrap service, will be up to par because it is located in China. And as we know, the Shanghai Gigafactory with the Model 3s are some of the highest quality Tesla products in the world, way better than the US. So China is doing it right now in terms of quality, and I don't think they will disappoint in this wrap service. But anyways, let's get farther into this article and we'll discuss it a little bit more. It then proceeds to state, Tesla has launched its own wrap service through delivery centers, starting with 5 cities in China. Could it be introduced in other markets? Over the last few years, Tesla has reduced the number of color options on its vehicles in order to streamline production and facilitate repairs at service centers. It resulted in many owners turning to wraps in order to get different colors and differentiate their vehicle from the increasingly larger Tesla fleet. They had to rely on third-party suppliers and installers to wrap their cars, but now Tesla is launching its own service through delivery centers in China. The official Tesla customer service Weibo account announced it yesterday. And then right here it just shows the tweet by the account emphasizing this new wrap service, and then it shows a few images of that as well. And as it states right here, here's the post translated from Chinese. So this is basically what the tweet said. It states, Tesla is more and more common on the road, and it is getting easier to recognize the wrong car at the charging station. How to make your Tesla different and stand out? Now the Tesla Delivery Center has launched the Color Change Car Wrap product, which can make the vehicle cool. The first batch of online cities, Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Suzhou, and other cities will be launched in mid-August. Many available colors. Please contact your local delivery or service centers. So as you can see right here, this part is pretty huge in my opinion because these are the larger notable cities. These are where it's likely that the most Tesla owners will live in my opinion, because when you have these larger, more populated cities, they are more up to date on these renewable energy aspects and EVs like Tesla, where there's a lot more accessibility, charging stations and things like that. So to just compare this to the United States, as we know, in California, Teslas are huge. There's a lot of big cities in California that Tesla is notable in, Los Angeles. And so that's where Tesla performs well because California is more up to date on that renewable energy aspect. They have a lot more charging stations and access, and I'm assuming the same applies with these larger cities in China. So I think that's very important. I like the fact that they're focusing on the large scale aspects where the most potential revenue is possible. But the article then goes further on to state, it sounds like new Tesla buyers in China can order wraps for their cars directly through Tesla's delivery centers, and existing owners can do it through service centers. Tesla is starting with 5 large markets and more are to come in the upcoming weeks. The Weibo account also shared a few pictures in the post, and then right here it just shows a little bit of a larger view. So that actually looks pretty cool. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the yellow wrap, but you can imagine other colors on this one as well. So it does look like a solid wrap there so far. But anyways, with this article, I just want to emphasize that this is a huge potential stream of additional revenue for Tesla. And I'm loving this vertical integration. I mean, think about it. If they already repair the cars and provide other services, why not have a wrap service as well? It just makes sense. And I'm loving the fact that Tesla is adding on to this vertical integration and taking notes here. Because like I said, when you offer all of these other services that are already associated with the Tesla vehicles, why not just add on a wrap service as well? I feel like in comparison to a lot of the potential other services in the future, this was one that was probably a little bit easier to implement than other ones they may be thinking about right now. So I like the fact that they're taking advantage on this revenue stream, and I would love to see this transition happen in America as well, because you have to admit, Tesla as a company is thinking right now, okay, this is a revenue stream, and right now, third-party people are getting this revenue instead of us, when it's probably not that difficult for us to implement this. So like I said, I'm very happy about this. I honestly think a lot of other people are very happy about this as well, because they're probably a little bit more comfortable having Tesla do the wrap service than another third party. And now with this, you just have a lot more accessibility, where there's probably people that have always wanted to get a wrap, but they just don't know how to do it. They don't know who to contact. Yeah, you can do some research, but when it's a lot more accessible, like with just directly through the Tesla service center, then that's a lot easier for those that may be on the fence about making a purchase like that. So when the access is easier, the temptation to spend the money on that becomes a lot higher, in my opinion. So I think this is huge. I love this. I love to see vertical integration. It's one of my favorite things to see in a company. For one thing, you all know that I love seeing a company scale their business like they've been doing with China right now. And another thing that I really love, like I said, is vertical integration. And they're doing both right now. So I have no complaints with what Tesla is doing. They're doing everything I would want to see as an investor. But anyways, I just wanted to share this video with y'all. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to smash that like button, and also feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below with my referral link. If you sign up with my referral link, then you can get some free stocks, and especially with Webull right now, you can get up to 60 free stocks depending on how much you deposit. So that's some nice passive income. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.